Hello friends, Radhe Radhe. I hope everyone is fine. Welcome to Gopal Education Hub. In last video, I have uploaded the video of illustration number 1, chapter number 11, financial statements of companies, accountancy, CA Inter. Okay. So now we will discuss the illustration number 2. Let's start. So the following is the trial balance of Omega Limited as on 31st March 2002, and we have given these figures about the land, plant and machinery, receivables, inventory, bank purchases, factory expenses, administration expenses, selling expenses, interest, dividend, equity, debenture, reserves, P&L, security premium, sales, payables, and provision suspense account. Okay, and some other information, additional information is given that authorized share capital of the company is 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Company on the advice of independent valuer wish to revalue the land at this amount, declare final dividend. Suspense account represent this we will discuss later. Depreciation is to be provided on plant and machinery at 10% on cost. Okay, so you are required to prepare Omega Limited balance sheet as on 31st March 2002 and statement of PLN with the notes to accounts for the year ended 31st March to as per schedule 3. Ignore previous year figures and taxation. So we have given the figures of March 2002 and we have to prepare balance sheet and the P&L with notes to accounts. Obviously notes to accounts are necessary to prepare the balance sheet and the P&L. So we will see. First of all, I will discuss the format of the balance sheet with you all and one difference between the P&L and the balance sheet. So first of all, balance sheet is prepared at the specific date. Okay, like here it is given balance sheet as at 31st March 2002. So balance sheet is prepared as at date or for a specific date, like at the year end date or as at the 31st March. But the P&L is prepared for the year. Always remember this difference between the P&L and the balance sheet, because P&L is for the year, means all the expenses during the year are taken, for which we consider all expenses, all incomes year during that period. It may be 6 months also, it may be 3 months also, it may be 1 year also. It depends or it varies according to the requirement of the company. But here we have given the 1 year, so we will prepare the statement of P&L for the year. Okay, so and all the expenses and all the incomes will be taken off the during the year. So this is the big difference. But what is the balance sheet? Balance sheet is the balances or the statement of balances. Balance sheet is, in conclusion, I will say, it is a statement of all the balances of the company, but these balances should be presented in a specific format which we have given in the schedule 3. So we will prepare the balance sheet as per the schedule 3. Okay, so what is the schedule 3? We have given schedule 3, that is a, first of all, first heading is equity and liabilities, and then assets on the other side. Okay, so maybe you all know the accounting equation is that um, assets assets minus liability is equal to equity. Okay, so we can consider any in any way the accounting equation, but the basic fundamental aspect which we consider while preparing the balance sheet is the accounting equation. Okay, so the balance sheet is prepared on the basis of that format. First of all, we have given the equity and liabilities. Okay, so equity and liabilities contains the three sections further. That is, first is the shareholders funds, and the shareholders funds contain two headings, that is share capital and reserves and surplus. Okay, so first of all, first heading is equity and liabilities, and then we have given the in equity and liabilities, that is first heading is shareholders funds, and among the shareholders funds we have a share capital and reserves and surplus. Okay, and then we have given the non-current liabilities and then current liabilities. Okay, it is the whole part of the liability portion, and it is the equity portion, it is the liability portion, and it is the assets portion. Okay, and we have given the non-current assets, current assets. Okay, and then first of all we discuss the shareholders funds, that is the share capital. Okay, so we are given here the share capital is the equity share capital, share of rupees 10 each, 300, it is the 3 lakh amount. So we have given the 3 lakh share capital. Let's see what the additional information is given. The additional information given is the authorized share capital of the company is 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Okay, so authorized capital is given here. Equity capital means it is the issued, subscribed, or the paid capital. Okay, and we are not given any information about the any unpaid amount or something like that. So we will consider this much information regarding the capital. So let's we go on the notes to account. So we have given here notes to account. First of all, the share capital, this equity share capital, that is authorized capital, is 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each, that is 400. Okay, and then issued and subscribed and called up capital is 30,000 shares of rupees 10 each, that is 300. Okay, so we have given these two category in the equity share capital, that is authorized capital, and then issued and subscribed and called up capital. Okay, so here it's 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each, and then 30,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Okay, so this is the notes to accounts, and we will take the amount of 300 here in the balance sheet, that is a equity share capital, that is a 300. Okay, and then we come on to the reserves and surplus. We have the second note, reserves and surplus. Let's see what the information is given. In the reserves and surplus, we are given the general reserves, P&L, security premiums. Okay, these three will come in the reserves and surplus. So let's see the notes. So here reserves and surplus, we have given the security premium account, general reserve, and revaluation reserve. We have given the additional information, we will consider it. The company on the advice of independent valuer wish to revalue the land at rupees 3,60,000, although we have given the land value at 220. So we will discuss it now. Let's see. And also the profit will be taken of the, this is the profit given us to 72, and we will consider the profit of the current year also. We will for that purpose we will prepare the P&L first. Okay, so let's see the P&L first, and for that purpose because if we consider here, let's leave this topic for now, like reserve and surplus portion. First of all, first of all we will do the rest of the parts, because for that we need to prepare the P&L, and we will prepare P&L, and then we will consider this part. Okay, reserves and surplus. So leave this part, reserve and surplus, till now. So let's move to next part, that is non-current liabilities. Okay, so non-current liabilities is, we have given the non-current liabilities here. Let's see which are the non-current liabilities. Let's first identify receivable, inventory, purchases, expenses, revenge interest, dividend, no. So these are the debentures. The debentures are the non-current liabilities. It is for the long term period. Okay, so we will consider this 200, and the long term borrowings, that is note 3 here. See 10% debenture, that is a 200. Okay, that is a 200. 10% debenture, long term borrowings, 200. Okay, now current liabilities, and in current liabilities we will identify from here. Okay, in current liabilities we have given, these are all debenture, interest, expenses, these are expenses. And now see the capital, debenture, reserves, sales, trade payables. So trade payables are the current liabilities. Okay, and provision for depreciation also, it's a current liabilities. So but we will adjust this provision for depreciation from the value of the P&L. Okay, oh sorry, plant and machinery, and it will go to the P&L. Okay, so current liabilities, here it is given trade payables, And trade payables we have given the 52, and no other liabilities is given. Depreciation is provided this, and we will prepare a note of depreciation, provision for depreciation, cost of plant and machinery, and we will do the calculations. Okay, so it's not a liability for here. We will consider it in calculation of the amount of plant and machinery. Okay, so let's write the trade payables here in current liabilities, that is 52. Okay, so we are done with this, and we are done with share capital, and it's remaining still. So first of all we complete the rest of the part, and then non-current assets. So we come on the part of the assets, and there are two categories under the assets part, that is the non-current and the current. And under the non-current also we have a PPE, that is property, plant and equipment. Okay, so in this part we will consider the our assets like that land, P&L, oh sorry, I'm again saying P&L, plant and machinery, P&M. Okay, and any other assets for the long term purpose is given here or not? No, so no other given. So first of all we have valued the land at 3,60,000. Okay, so it is given in the additional information that land is valued at rupees 3,60,000. Okay, and here it is given 220. So we will create a reserve, revaluation reserve of how much? 1,40,000. Okay, so here we will write as a 140. Okay, so we will create a revaluation reserve of 140, and which will go into this reserves and surplus part. Okay, so here it is given that information. So yes, here see, security premium account, and then reserve revaluation reserve is transferred here as a 140. Okay, and then general reserves 130. Okay, so now we will see the PPE, that is a property, plant and equipment. Okay, so here we are given the land, that is opening balance 220, revaluation is a 140, so now value comes to 360. Okay, and now plant and machinery. Plant and machinery opening balance is given here, is we have given the balance of 770. This is the opening balance. Okay, and what the other information is given about the plant and machinery, that is yes, we have sold out a machinery of rupees 10,000, and the accumulated depreciation was 8,000 on that plant and machinery. Okay, so suspense account of rupees 4,000 represent cash received for the sale of some of the machinery on 1/4/2001. The cost of the machinery was rupees 10,000, and the accumulated depreciation thereon being rupees 8,000. Okay, so suspense account which is given here 4,000 is just a cash received from the sale of some of the machinery. So the amount of 10,000 is the cost. Okay, we will calculate here. See, cost of machinery is rupees 10,000, and accumulated depreciation is 8,000. So we are remain with the 2,000 amount, but we sold at rupees 4,000. So 2,000 is the profit on the sale of the machinery. Okay, what is the amount? 2,000 is the profit on the sale of the machinery. This we will consider separately, but we have given the 2,000 of rupees as an amount in the plant and machinery, which we will reduce out of this much amount, that is a 770 we are given. So, and the depreciation rate is at the 10%. Depreciation rate is 10%. So let's calculate all the things here in PPE notes to accounts given here. See, Plant and machinery opening balance is given is 770, so we will reduce 10,000 amount, okay, because cost we have given, that is a 10,000 amount, and then we are remain with the 760, okay. जो हमने ये यहाँ पे 10,000 लिया है, ये 8,000 है, इसको हम सेपरेटली कंसीडर करेंगे, ठीक है। ये तो होगी आफ्टर डेप्रीसिएशन अमाउंट, ये होगी कॉस्ट, तो हमने कॉस्ट में से ही 10,000 लेस कर दिए, क्योंकि हमने ये सेल कर दिया, अभी हमारे पास एसेट रही नहीं है। अब ये जो प्रॉफिट है इसका P&L में कंसीडर कर लेंगे हम, ठीक है। सो नाउ वी हैव गिवन द 760 अमाउंट. Now we will reduce the depreciation. Accumulated depreciation amount is how much? Accumulated depreciation amount is, provision for depreciation is 172. Okay, and we have reduced also that 8,000, कि हमने यहाँ पे 8,000 ये वाला जो हमने डेप्रिसिएशन कंसिडर किया है, ये भी हम लेस कर देंगे इसमें से, ठीक है। ये इसमें से लेस करेंगे, प्लस करेंगे जो करंट ईयर का डेप्रिसिएशन है, ठीक है। और जो करंट ईयर का डेप्रिसिएशन है वो कितना है? 10%, दैट इज 76 इज 10% ऑन 760, ठीक है। क्यों 760 पे लगाया हमने, 770 पे लगाया? क्योंकि हमने 10,000 की तो सेल कर दी ना, तो वो डिस्पोज ऑफ होगी, तो इतनी बची है, इसके ऊपर 10% हमारा डेप्रिसिएशन आ गया, ठीक है। तो ये डेप्रिसिएशन हम ऐड कर देंगे, और इसमें से जो 8,000 का डेप्रिसिएशन है वो हमने लेस कर दिया। हमने लेस क्यों करा इसमें से? देखो, total we have the total depreciation of 172, okay, but we will not reduce 8,000 of depreciation here from the amount of 760. Why? Because we have reduced 10,000 already from the 770. हमने इसमें से यहाँ कॉस्ट में से ही निकाल दिया उसको, ठीक है, कि हमारे पास 760 है। now the remaining amount is eligible for the depreciation of after 172 minus 8. What it, we will deal it separately, we are dealing it separately, like we are reducing from the cost 10,000, we are reducing 8,000, that is accumulated depreciation from the total depreciation, okay. So we will consider the current year depreciation on the amount remaining after deducting this cost, this separate machinery which we have sold separately, okay. So that's why we have reduced the 10,000 from the 770 and 8,000 from the 172, that is a total provision for depreciation, okay. So total depreciation is 172 minus 8 plus 76, that is 76 is on the 10% on the 760 amount, okay. I think you have got the calculation understanding that how I have calculated these figures, okay. So that is the total depreciation is 172 minus 8, because we have dealt it separately, and now we have charged 10% depreciation on 760 after deducting the 10,000 of the amount of the machinery which is being disposed of, okay. So that is the 240 depreciation, total depreciation is 240. Now closing balance is 520, got it. So total balance of land and plant and machinery is 360 and 520, 360 and 520, okay. So total amount is, this is the total amount is land and PP is 360 and 520, that is 880, okay. So total amount is 880. So we will write here in the balance sheet PPE 880, okay. Don't worry, I will again review this maybe, but let me explain again once more about the PPE, that we are given the two figures, that is land and plant and machinery, okay, and we have given the figure of 220, but we have given the additional information that the land has been revalued at rupees 3,60,000, okay. So the difference will go to the revaluation reserve, but the value of 3,60,000 will come in the balance sheet. So we have taken the value of the land as 3,60,000 here, see, 3,60,000, okay. Now we have given the plant and machinery cost is 770, and out of this 770 we have sold out 10,000 costing 10,000 of rupee of plant and machinery. Okay, like 10,000 of the machinery we have sold out, and on that machinery we have given the accumulated depreciation of rupees 8,000, and we have sold the machinery at rupees 4,000, but the value of the machinery is 2,000 remaining after deducting the depreciation. Okay, so we have 2,000 of profit on the plant and machinery. See, I have calculated here. See, the 10,000 is the cost, 8,000 is the depreciation accumulated, and 2,000 is the remaining amount, but we have sold it 4,000, so we have given the 2,000 of the profit. Okay, so now we have given the other information, that is provision for depreciation. So how much is the depreciation for the current year? For the current year, the depreciation will be calculated on amount of machinery after deducting the 10,000. See, like 770 minus 10,000, and then there is a 760, and the accumulated depreciation has been given us is a 172, but we will deduct the accumulated depreciation of that assets of which we have given or which we have disposed of, and 8,000 is the accumulated depreciation. Okay, so 8,000 is the accumulated depreciation on that. So we will reduce the out of the 172 the 8,000, and then we will add the current year depreciation that is computed on 760. Okay, so 10% is the depreciation, so 76 is the depreciation, and 172 minus 8 plus 76 is the total amount of depreciation, that is 240. I think, yes, 240 is the depreciation total. So we will deduct this, and we will have amount of 520 as the value of the P and L. P&L, I'm saying again, plant and machinery. Okay, so 520 is the value of the plant and machinery. So total amount of PP is 880. Okay, I think, and you can check it and listen the video, and maybe you can check in the study material also, and then if you will listen the video, then you will be able to more understand this question. So let's move to next part, that is current assets. And current assets, we have given the, here see, here not given nothing about the current assets. We have given here the inventories, trade receivables, bank. Okay, so these are all the current assets. So first of all, we have given the inventories. How much is the inventory? 86 is the inventory given. And then trade receivables, we have given the trade receivables or trade receivables of trade receivable of 96. Okay, so trade receivables of 96, and then we have given the cash and bank balances. So bank balances we have given the 20. Okay, then we have a 20. Okay, so these all expenses will go into the P&L. So we are finished with the balance sheet, but one part was that is reserves and surplus. So reserve and surplus, we have let's check again which part remained. Yes, we have considered the revaluation reserves, we have considered the security premium account, general reserve, but the remaining part is remained about the P&L. Okay, so we will do it after preparing the P&L. So let's prepare the P&L first. So in the P&L, we will consider, this is the format first of all, that is revenue from operations, other income, and then total income, and then expenses. These expenses like purchases, finance cost, depreciation, other expenses. You have to just remember these headings, or I think maybe you will calculate questions, then you will be able to remember it more accurately. If you will do the 10 or 11 illustrations on the financial statements, then you will be easily able to remember this format. So don't worry about that. So first of all, consider this revenue from operations. It is the income from the main operations of the company. So revenue from operation is given the company has taken the revenue from the operations of 700. Okay, this is the given sales here, that is the sales here. Okay, so sales means the main revenue is the operation, revenue from the operation. So sale we have considered 700. Okay, now other income. What is the other income? Other income we will consider is the 2000, that is the profit on the sale of the machinery. Okay, so 2000 we have taken here. Total income is 702. Any other income we have given? No, 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 no. Okay, so this suspense account we have done with the, and the depreciation we are done with the, depreciation we are done with the, authorized capital we are done with the, this much we are done with the, this is the remain declared final dividend at the 10%. We will not consider it because it is after the we will not consider it that is a declared final dividend at the 10% because it is after the year end, so we will not consider it here. Okay, so it is also completed now here. So let's prepare the P&L. So first of all, expenses. In the expenses, first of all we will consider the expenses of purchases. Okay, then purchases, then finance cost, then depreciation, then other expenses. Depreciation we have given already, that is 76 of amount. Okay, and now purchases are given, that is a 320. Okay, purchases are given. And then finance cost is debenture interest. Okay, finance cost is debenture interest, see given here 20. So we will transfer this finance cost as a 20 here. Okay, purchases are given here. And now other expenses, all expenses given, rest of the expenses will be transferred to other expenses like factory administration, selling, and 60 30 30 120. Okay, so these 120 are the total other expenses. Okay, got it. So these are the all other expenses 120. See about the dividend, they have given the note that final dividend will not be recognized as a liability at the balance sheet date even if it is declared after reporting date but before approval of the financial statement as per accounting standards. As it has not been recognized in the financial statement for the year ended, such dividends will be disclosed in notes only. Okay, सो इंटरिम डिविडेंड जो है वो पे हो चुका है, उससे हमारा कोई लेन देन नहीं है, ना तो वो लाइबिलिटी है, ना वो कैश कम हो रहा है, ना कुछ हो रहा है, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी डिविडेंड पे हो चुका है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो इंटरिम डिविडेंड दिया हुआ है विच हैज़ बिन गिवन एज ₹18,000, सो वी इट इज़ ऑलरेडी बिन पेड. इसका कोई रेलेवेंस नहीं है यहाँ पे, ये जस्ट लिख दिया गया है. ठीक है, सो और जो ये डिविडेंड 2 अप्रैल को डिक्लेयर हुआ है, ये आफ्टर द बैलेंस शीट डेट है, सो वी विल नॉट कंसिडर इट. सो वी आर डन विद द, सो टोटल P&L अमाउंट आई है हमारे पास 160. ठीक है, तो 166 के अमाउंट हम कहाँ कंसिडर करेंगे, बैलेंस शीट के अंदर. सो लेट्स मूव टू द P&L. ओपनिंग बैलेंस इज गिवन एज अ 72 and you can check here, that is the P&L balance is given here 72, and then we will add the current year balance, that is the 166, total is 238. Now appropriations, interim dividend. So interim dividend they are deducting here because it is during the year paid dividend. Okay, so we are deducting here as the interim dividend 18,000 rupees. So total P&L is 220. I think they have considered it interim dividend here from the P&L because as an expense it will be deducted, but in the cash it will not be deducted because it hasn't been already paid, and we are given the cash at the end of the year this much amount, that is the bank amount, that is 20. Okay, so we have reduced the interim dividend also here from the 230, that is 18,000, and then we are done. We have with the amount of 220 rupees 220. Okay, so we will transfer this amount to the balance sheet here in reserves and surplus. Okay, so total amount is 530, 220, and this much 220 and 40 140 130, so total amount is 530. Okay, so we are done with the balance sheet, that is a shareholders fund, share capital, reserve and surplus, current non-current liabilities, current liabilities, non-current assets, Current assets we are given with the inventory, receivables, cash and balance. These are the straightforward figures we are given with and the PAPP. Among the PPE we have done two adjustment related to the land and related to the balance sheet. Oh sorry, P&L. Oh sorry, plant and machinery. Okay, so land we have revalued it, and in plant and machinery we have reduced 10,000 of the amount of machinery, and we have calculated the depreciation after that reduction of that amount. And we have calculated the amount of the plant and machinery, so you can check the notes. And then we have a write down the share capital, authorized capital and paid up capital, that is a 3 lakh. And then reserve and surplus we have given the information about the general reserve, P&L, security premium. So we have considered the P&L of the current year as the first opening balance, and then current year add we have added the current year P&L, and we have reduced the interim dividend paid. Okay, so after that we have given the we have received the figure of rupees 220, that is a 220. Okay, so now non-current liability, that is a long-term liability we have given with the debentures. So this is the non-current liability, that is 200 of amount. And now current liabilities, in current liabilities we have the trade payables. Okay, so we will consider here trade payables, that is a 52. And now we have given the assets, that is non-current assets, current assets. So we have done with the adjustments all, and then we have prepared the P&L. Among the P&L we have given the sales of rupees 700, sorry, like the 7 lakh. And then we have given the purchases, and then we have given the finance cost, other expenses. And that's it. Purchases, finance cost, depreciation, other expenses. Depreciation we have calculated also in the notes to account, so you can check from there. So this is all about the illustration number second. Okay, if you have any query you can put in the comment box, and stay tuned. If you like, then please share and subscribe this channel, so that I can post more videos. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Radhe radhe. Stay tuned.